my name is Cameron Taylor. I am CTO and co-founder of Entelexo Biotherapeutics. I went to school up at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. I studied biomedical engineering and I ended up getting a master's. I thought I was going to be a doctor my entire life. I was on the biomedical engineering path because I liked, the maths and sciences better than all the writing classes. I wanted to kind of ditch all the humanitarian requirements, so I was an engineer. I want to go through the phase 1, 2, 3 clinical trials. I want to be bringing new drugs to the market. It is not a typical 8 to 5. It varies pretty drastically, and it depends a lot on kind of what we're doing that day. There are days when we are here, really, really early. We've got programs that we do on the East Coast, so some of our mornings start at 6 a.m. We are working on a grant right now, so that was at the forefront of our minds. We are also doing a VC summit next week, so we are finalizing the pitch deck, making a lot of last-minute tweaks and things like that to our pitch, and as always, lab work, the cell culture, did a nucleofection today, so we started a new cell line that we will hopefully grow up and stabilize over time. Every Monday, we sit together, the whole team, and we call it Beat the Week, right? So we get ahead of the week, we know everything that needs to get done this week. We kind of assign action items to everybody, or if they're kind of more group focused, we set times to do them. There's a lot to be said about the freedom of it. I do like the freedom, but I think what I like the most is that I'm working for me. It's a very different feeling than working for a larger corporation or something like that. You feel like a lot of your work goes to the greater good of someone who is not you. I love the hood, man. I live in the hood. I like my little sterile environment where I can make cells grow and divide and do all the fun stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like my own little garden, except for my plants or cells. It's mostly cell culture. We have fun days. I was laughing with Linda today. It's like, yeah, nucleofection, it's something new and different, but a lot of that is very routine stuff. A lot of that is media changes, trypsinizations, passaging cells, freezing cells, the basics, the fundamentals. When you move into the startup realm, you take the training wheels off, right? So, for instance, when you have a new procedure in the lab, so you're learning how to do something that you did not learn how to do in school, or that you did not have somebody teach you, you're reading papers, you're figuring things out yourself. You're talking to sales reps, you're talking to anybody that you can talk to try to, get a bunch of opinions, formulate, put together your own protocols, write your own SOPs, and execute. And a lot of it is trial and error, but that's kind of the fun side of it too. Running a startup, there's a lot going on, a lot of things change, a lot of things that aren't necessarily in your control that you just kind of have to deal with. You learn very quickly to go with the flow. You learn very quickly to adapt and change things on the fly, and it can be stressful at times. So my one piece of advice is kind of make sure that your personal life is not adding stress to that heat. If you're bringing stress into the office and then something goes wrong in the lab, it's easy to spiral if you're not careful, right? So I like my beach days. I like doing yoga in the mornings. You got to find some sort of inner peace to bring in here before things get kind of wild.